What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a super exciting Liverpool transfer news video. It's increasingly more and more likely that Liverpool will be the club that will sign Jude Bellingham. I'm super excited to deliver this news about this whole transfer saga because Christian Falk has said that Liverpool are favourites to sign Jude Bellingham because talks are more advanced than with Real Madrid, and the reason why that is that Marca published an article saying that Real Madrid know that they pretty much have to pull out of the race to sign Jude Bellingham because the family of Jude Bellingham prefers the transfer to Liverpool instead of Real Madrid. The family of Jude Bellingham wants Jude Bellingham to return to England, to return home, and basically, you know, to show the English fans what Jude Bellingham is all about. And also, of course, the Bellingham family want to be in England, they want to be at home, and they want Bellingham to continue his career in the Premier League. And it looks like the brotherly relationship between Jordan Henderson and Bellingham, between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Bellingham, may have helped sway the Bellingham family and the Bellingham entourage to choose Anfield instead of Real Madrid or Man City to be the right place for him to continue his career. So if you are excited about this news, make sure to leave a like. Let's get this video to 300 likes with your app. Subscribe if you're new around here. Turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer updates. And as you can see, I'm super hyped about this news because Christian Falk broke the news that Sadio Mane is going to sign for Bayern Munich. He also broke the news that Thiago is going to sign for Liverpool from Bayern Munich. He knows a lot about the Bundesliga. He's a Bundesliga journalist, a German journalist, and he's saying that the family of Bellingham prefers the transfer to Liverpool instead of Real Madrid. And of course, Liverpool have such strong connections with Borussia Dortmund because of Jurgen Klopp. I don't think the negotiation would be any problem, and Liverpool will have the money available to sign Bellingham in the summer of 2023 because by that time Liverpool are expected to either get new investors or completely new owners. And I also heard in some quarters that Liverpool and FSG could basically sign Bellingham on a pre-contract agreement with Borussia Dortmund, knowing that the new owners will fund the majority of the transfer fees, so FSG don't have to worry about paying that money for Jude Bellingham. And the bond with the player growing even stronger, and apparent war chest is ready for a new midfielder, and there is growing excitement around this possible deal among the Liverpool fans. Being favourites though certainly doesn't mean that this is a done deal and Bellingham is 100% signing for Liverpool, but it's very, very likely, and the more journalists are coming out with these things, the more it is likely that Bellingham will become a Liverpool player, and he's a generational talent. And also Jose Feliz Diaz is reporting in the Marca newspaper that Liverpool have taken the lead in the battle against Real Madrid to sign Jude Bellingham to strengthen the midfield in need of some talent. He's basically saying that Real Madrid started the work on the Jude Bellingham transfer many months ago. The problem has come with the competition that is brewing for Bellingham's signature, because Bellingham is doing so well at the World Cup that have triggered a price hike, and he's becoming a global star, and a lot of football fans now see the true potential of Jude Bellingham. He's a world-class player even at 19 years old. He's not just a talent anymore. He is world-class right now at 19 years old. Imagine when he reaches his peak at 26, 27, 28 years old. I just wish that will be at Liverpool, because this journey that Bellingham is on is absolutely brilliant. It's like a 35-year-old planning out his career in retrospect, using a time machine or something. He's so clever. The fact that he didn't go to Man United from Birmingham, he went to Dortmund where he will play every week. He can mature, develop without a lot of pressure on Bellingham. Of course there is pressure to play for Dortmund, but it's not as big as the pressure that that comes with playing for Man United or Liverpool or any other huge club. And now that he's ready for the big stage, for the really big time, the big clubs, now he's making the decision to come back to the Premier League and hopefully to come back to Liverpool. And Sky Sports are reporting that Dortmund will ask between 100 and 150 million euros. That is around 85 to 100, between 85 and 130 million pounds. And of course, every game that Bellingham does well in, his price is going up and up. Real Madrid is not going to put 150 million euros on the table for the player. That's what Marca is reporting, because Real Madrid already spent huge amounts of money on Aurelien Tchouameni. They spent 100 million pounds on him. And yes, they want to further rebuild their midfield, because Toni Kroos and Luka Modric are still playing for Real Madrid, and to be fair, they are playing brilliantly so far. Real Madrid are fighting for the La Liga title, and they are going further in the Champions League as well. They already sold Casemiro, who was 30 years old at the time, for a lot of money, and they will need to rebuild their midfield. But Real Madrid don't have an incredible amount of money to spend on Jude Bellingham, and also they don't necessarily need Bellingham as much as Liverpool does, because they already have a solid midfield with Camavinga, Tchouameni and Federico Valverde. They signed Camavinga and Tchouameni in the past 2 years, and also Federico Valverde is emerging as a brilliant young talent. Ceballos, they are not counting for him in the future. So the journalist asks the hypothetical question, what can Real Madrid do in this situation? They are waiting and trusting that the player's final decision can turn around an operation that right now has been placed on pretty much the impossible tag. That's what Marca journalist is saying, that Real Madrid think they are second best to Liverpool and they have pretty much no chance to sign him because of the price tag and because of Bellingham wanting to go to Liverpool as well. Because the journalist is saying that Liverpool have taken the lead in this transfer saga and Liverpool are the most likely club that Bellingham will choose, and with so many, huge clubs clamoring for these huge players, pretty much the likes of Erling Haaland, Mbappe, Bellingham, they can choose their next club. If they say, I want to play for Liverpool, then he will play for Liverpool, because pretty much all the big clubs can pay his wages and the transfer fee. It's basically down to the player, which club will he choose, because Bellingham, wherever he wants to go, that club will be interested in him, no matter, the finances, because of these huge clubs who can afford Bellingham. Bellingham can decide his next destination. Bellingham's contract ends in 2025, so Dortmund, I think the perfect time for them to sell Bellingham is next summer, because if they wait one more year, Bellingham only will have 1 year left on his contract, and that always diminishes and lowers the player's value. So I expect Bellingham to fully 100% leave Dortmund in the next summer transfer window. So Real Madrid will have to wait, and if they miss out on Bellingham, they will have to search for other transfer targets as well. And also Sky Sports are reporting, Kaveh Solhekol, who is a regular reporter there, he is saying that Jurgen Klopp has made Jude Bellingham his number one transfer target for next summer. And the fact that Bellingham already is so close with Jordan Henderson and Trent Alexander-Arnold bodes well, I think, for this transfer saga. Bellingham himself told BBC 5 Live, I spent quite a bit of time with Henderson off the pitch as well, and I've always said he has someone that I've looked at since I came into the England squad, about how professional he is, always doing the right things for his body on the training pitch. I've never seen someone who is so intense with everything he does. Every single practice he is doing his best, working hard, getting the maximum out of that session. And it's no surprise to hear that our captain is such a brilliant example for Bellingham, and also his leadership qualities of being vocal and leading by example. And I think Bellingham pretty much will talk behind the scenes with Henderson, with Trent, about how it is to play for Liverpool, what is Jurgen Klopp like, what is the club like, what is the great training center like, and hopefully Trent and Henderson will convince Bellingham to sign for Liverpool. And Oliver Kay, who is a well-respected journalist, wrote this about Jude Bellingham. He said, Bellingham appears different to many other players. People would use the word streetwise, for example, in a connection with Wayne Rooney, but in many ways that meant literally, because Rooney grew up on the streets of Merseyside, where he played football with his mates when he was just a young kid. And Bellingham, by contrast, according to the journalist, appears world-wise. He left Birmingham City for Dortmund at just 17 years old, and he has flourished both on and off the pitch in Germany, and he was Dortmund captain many times already. And after Sunday's game, Bellingham was photographed with his parents, Mark and Denise. He's said to be pleasingly indifferent to material things. At least in 2 interviews, Bellingham has dismissed the idea of being motivated by money and all that rubbish. He manages to combine being down to earth with being totally self-assured. It is a rare combination. Bellingham is not cocky, but he's very confident in himself and his abilities, and he also doesn't get fazed by the big stage. He doesn't shrink under pressure. Many times when Dortmund played against the biggest teams in the world, Bellingham was one of the best players on the pitch. When Dortmund played Man City, multiple times Bellingham was the best player of Dortmund. He scored multiple times against Man City, and just one of many examples. And also Bellingham, it looks like, just look at his social media where he posted pictures of him celebrating with Jordan Henderson. He posted a lot of pictures of him and Henderson, because he wants to put some respect on Henderson's name. And also with England, Bellingham recreated the Jordan Henderson celebration with the Trent Henderson put their heads together to recreate the Henderson Bellingham celebration, and Bellingham was smiling taking that picture. So that is absolutely brilliant that one social media post like this would get Liverpool fans talking, but to post 3 different posts with having such a close relationship between Henderson and Bellingham, I'm sure there is something going on in the background. There is a saying, there is no smoke without fire, so hopefully Bellingham will be signing for Liverpool in the future. I'm so excited about this. And Bellingham said this: I've done that selfie and I said, go on, square up like that celebration. I told Henderson and Trent to do that, and they have done it perfectly. And then I couldn't stop myself from smiling so big, so I look like a big fanboy. Basically, Bellingham is a big fan of Henderson and Trent, so I'm sure he would love to play with them at Liverpool as well. And I think Liverpool can pay the transfer fee of Bellingham. I don't think Dortmund would ask for 150 million euros, because this was the similar talk with Jadon Sancho, and in the end Sancho went for like 100 million euros. I think Dortmund will be sensible, and Dortmund will respect Bellingham's wishes. If Bellingham tells Dortmund, I want to sign for Liverpool, then Dortmund will respect that transfer decision, I'm pretty sure. And also Bellingham said this about that iconic celebration between him and Henderson. That was completely off the cuff, like we have never even spoke about it. If I was to get an assist for him or whatever, like obviously we are spending a lot of time with each other at the minute, but that was completely off the cuff. I think it's turned into something that's a little bit iconic, to be honest. He got so close, and I was thinking, this is what we are going to do? We have to commit, don't we? So I went, and he went really hard, like right there, and that's why my back's arched like that, because I'm thinking he's proper hard here and proper close. So I kind of had to turn my core on a bit and lean forward and get into a more comfortable position. It was a good moment, something that lives forever, them celebrations, and hopefully people will be talking about it for a long time, especially if England knock France out. The quarterfinals will be mouth-watering. Spain are the only favorite team who didn't go through, and to be honest, they didn't deserve to knock Morocco out, because they were playing so slow, lethargic, lackluster. They didn't penetrate the Morocco defense enough, and actually Morocco had the bigger chances even in the normal game, the 90 minutes. In extra time, Spain slightly were the better team, but again they didn't create enough clear-cut chances. Sarabia came on and hit the post in the last minutes of extra time. For Spain to miss 3 penalties in a row is absolutely horrendous, and all of them were pretty awful penalties. Sarabia hit the post and the other 2 were comfortable saves for the Morocco goalkeeper. So congratulations to Morocco. They will play Portugal, who absolutely demolished Switzerland. I expected a much closer game, but Portugal ran out 6-1 winners, with Ronaldo only coming off the bench, and Ramos, the Benfica striker, scoring a hat-trick in his first start at the World Cup is an absolutely amazing achievement. But the game I'm looking forward to the most is France-England or England-France, no doubt. But all 4 quarterfinals will be absolutely brilliant, mouth-watering contests, and really I'm looking forward to it. Also, Liverpool website reported that after arriving in the United Arab Emirates, Jurgen Klopp put his players through a workout in the sunshine, and Luis Diaz took part. So Luis Diaz is fit and he is training, so hopefully he will be able to play in some of the pre-season games that Liverpool will have in this like second mini pre-season camp. So I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.